everybody. I know it's been a while since I did, well, a video of my feelings, but I had to do it because all my videos have been cut short because of copyright reasons, and y'all probably barely heard my opinions of it. Okay, so let's start off. This is my feelings about My Hero Academia Season 1. Let me tell you. Okay, obviously my favorite characters. I like Deku, I like All Might. At first I wasn't a big fan of Eraserhead because that guy was so annoying, but I kind of like him. Ida, I also like Ida. Now see, Bakugo, I hate Bakugo. Let's just make that very clear. Bakugo was getting on my nerves. I kept saying throughout the whole entire thing, what is his deal? Why does he hate Deku so much? Why is he being so annoying? Why is he picking on Deku so much? I get it. Before, he didn't have no quirks. I get that. But your ego needs to be in line. And finally, when that battle happened, like, near the end of the Season 1, he finally had, his ego was finally put in check. Once he saw Todoroki's powers, he was like, nah, there's no way I'm going to be able to defeat anybody if I keep being too hot-headed. I need to calm down a bit and actually start thinking so I can actually become more powerful, just like these other people are being. Heck, even Deku was being more powerful than me, and before he didn't even have no damn quirk, or maybe he was hiding it the whole entire time. Who knows? It's probably what he was thinking through his mind. But let me just tell you straight up, I will get more onto my feelings about Bakugo later. More of my feelings about throughout the whole entire series. See, at first, I was loving, no, I still am. I'm loving Deku's spirit. Like, throughout the whole entire thing, I was loving Deku's spirit, where he was like, no matter what, I can't give up. I don't care how many people say that without a fork, I can't be a hero. No, I'm gonna still try and be a hero. Like, seriously, I love the fact that he kept going on, even before he had gotten that quirk from All Might. And I like that All Might gave him a chance because he saw what spirit Deku had, and that was the spirit to become a hero. And I love that they stay consistent about like All Might slowly starting to lose his power because he gave Deku some of his power, plus because of an injury he had, like right on an injury he had a long time ago in battle. I love that they don't just randomly have him just be all powerful and not have to change back all of a sudden. No, his powers slowly start getting a little bit lower, and he starts having to finish battles faster. So yeah, those are my favorite characters. There is that one character that I hate. Now let me just tell you, I like the theme song, the intro. I didn't listen to the ending song though, so I can't tell you if I like that because I kept skipping it every time because, well, hello, I was doing reactions. I can't have the ending song playing. Now I bet y'all like, well, you could have listened to it afterwards. No, I was doing crunch time right now. I was doing crunch time. I had to finish all 13 episodes today, and I finished all 13 episodes. So yeah. Sorry guys that it's split into tiny pieces, but like I said, for copyright reasons, my videos had to be cut short, otherwise they'd be blocked and you would see no reaction at all. So enjoy what y'all have. If y'all really want to see full reactions, go to other people's YouTube channels that can be able to afford showing a full reaction to My Hero Academia. I can't afford that because, you know, I don't have I don't have like the kind of money to back up that kind of thing of like copyright claims and everything. So yeah. Ooh. Sorry about that. Listen, I watched the dub. I didn't watch the sub. I watched the dub. So, let me tell you, I loved the dub voices. But for y'all, if I didn't have to cut out the scenes, y'all noticed throughout the whole entire thing, I kept saying, man, this person's voice sounds familiar. Man, this person's voice sounds familiar. Why does this person's voice sound familiar? I only figured out why one of the voices sound familiar, and it was Deku's voice. At first, I was like, dude, I swear I've heard Deku's voice before. in dub. I heard his voice before. Why does it sound so familiar? Then I figured out that was the voice of Hanako from Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. And I was like, Hanako? No way! I was like, oh, so that's why his voice sounds so familiar. I also figured out that it was the voice of somebody from Stars Align, Seraph of the End, and there was one other, but I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, yeah, from those. But I didn't remember Stars Align because I only watched it one time. But Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, I watched that like 2 times, so I remember that person. So I remember Hanako-kun's voice. Plus I watched not just reactions, moments from Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. So yeah, I can remember his voice. I can remember his voice clear as freaking day. Anyway, yeah. But the others, I didn't check the others' voices, so I don't know why their voices sounded familiar. But also, let me tell you one thing I loved about All Might. I loved the fact that every time he said a punch, it was the name of a state, like Texas Punch. Oh my gosh. I was cracking up every time I heard that. I was like, what the heck? Why is it named after a state? And then when he did that last stunt, you may have heard this. Go beyond. Plus ultra. He blasted that thing away. I don't even know how far he went. But eventually the police caught that thing. I think it was called Nuru, or was it Nomaru? I don't know. It was something like that. It started with an. I don't remember what it was called. But anyway, they captured it. Man, that villain really had almost backed into a corner. If Deku had tried to do something at that moment, he really would have been dead, and that would have been crazy. That would have been ballsy too, because not many Shonen Jump would have the mentor die like that, especially in the first season. So that would have been interesting, but I'm glad they didn't do that, because then that would have been really sad, because I want to know more about him, like his backstory and everything, and like, you know, if the power like slowly deteriorates to which he can't even turn back into, you know, All Might anymore. Like, I wonder if that'll ever happen throughout the series. I doubt it'll happen, but I'm just wondering, will it happen? Anyway, yeah, that was really cool. I loved that we got to see each of the students' quirks, like the one that had frogs like this. Oh, Sue, I remember Sue. Ida, I love the fact that he is so freaking uptight. Like he's just always being like, you have to follow the rules this way. What's the point of having rules if you're not gonna follow them? And you oh, brother, he killed me. Okay. That's enough with the pros. Now to go with the cons. Okay, so Deku, listen, I love you, boy, but you gotta stop that crying. You have got to stop that crying, and you also gotta stop blaming yourself for everything. Some things are beyond your control. You still have a long way to go before you become a true hero. You can't keep blaming yourself every time something dangerous happens and you're almost useless. You still have to practice your powers and everything. You will be fine. You just need to calm down and think. Because too many times throughout the season, I kept saying, Deku, what the heck are you doing? If you do that and you say that full power, you're going to be totally useless. You're not even going to be able to move. I kept saying that throughout the whole entire thing, and man, was he reckless. He's got to work on that. He's got to work on that reckless behavior, because he was being way too reckless. Way too reckless was he being. He was being way too reckless. He was just going crazy, but he got to calm down. He was being way too reckless. Anyway, besides that, I really enjoyed it. Now, to get into my gripe. The main focus of season 1. The one that made me hate. Throughout the whole entire thing, I hated him. And the fact that I was almost concerned when it almost looked like he was going to get injured. Bakugo. Bakugo. Oh, Bakugo. I don't care if you fans come for me because y'all gonna be like, oh, in the later seasons he gets a little bit better. I don't care. I'm talking about season 1. Season 1. This guy, Kacchan, Bakugo, this guy. Woo! He was getting on my nerves. Dude, this dude was getting on my nerves. Ooh, this guy was getting on my nerves, and I swear, if I was in that anime, and I had the powers that are in my story, I would have knocked him down clear day. Every time he opened his mouth and kept messing with Deku. I don't care how freaking big your ego is. Calm the freak down. Because all Deku is trying to do is be brave and be kind and be a good hero. I don't care that you have fire powers. I don't care if you think you are a big honcho or whatever. You need to calm the freak down. You need to learn to control your anger. You need to let go of whatever rivalry that's going down during your head because Deku ain't trying to one-up you. He is trying to be as cool as you, and you should be honored that he even thinks that you're freaking cool because, to be honest, I don't see it. You are annoying. You are ruthless. You are cruel. If anything, I promise you, if that wasn't a freaking test, he would have killed Deku. I know. He is psychotic. He is crazy. I don't know what is with this guy. This guy is nuts. I know he probably is going to be just as nuts in season 2, but he's going to calm down a bit. But still, this guy in season 1, he was nuts. I don't know what his deal is. No, actually, I do know what his deal is. He's loco in the brain. And he needs to calm the freak down because he was driving me crazy throughout the whole entire thing. I was like, if somebody don't get his ego checked, when the students were freaking bullying him, I was laughing throughout the whole entire thing. I was laughing when the students were like you thought anybody was gonna pick you for class president, and I was like, preach, like we were gonna pick him. I would have been in disrespect. And the fact, here's another thing that annoyed me. So I think it was like episode 2 or 3. Anyway, there was this sludge kind of monster, and he tried to take over Deku's body, right? And Deku tried to fight him off with his fire powers, but all he was doing was setting fires everywhere. Tell me why Deku comes in, tries to save him, right? Tell me why at the end, when all my fire leaves him, right, got rid of that sludge monster, tell me why Deku was getting chewed out for recklessly jumping in. Yes, I'm not saying he didn't deserve it because that was very dangerous and he didn't have a quirk at the time, so something very, very bad could have happened at that time. But tell me why Deku was getting chewed out while Bakugo was setting everything on fire. Everything on freaking fire. Are we just gonna ignore that? I don't care if y'all have quirks. Y'all should still be chewing him out for setting almost everything on fire. But they're praising him, being like, oh man, you really were trying to fight him off. That was a good job, dude, fighting him off like that. What? He was setting everything on fire. That's why half of those people had to get rescued in the first place. That's why everybody had to get rescued in the first place, so they wouldn't be breathing all that smoke and everything. And yet you're praising him? No, you should be chewing him out. He could have killed somebody. He wasn't even paying attention to the people around him. He was just setting everything on fire, trying to get the sludge monster off him. He wasn't paying attention at all. Seriously, I am confused. Why are y'all praising him? What? What's the point of praising him? He could have killed somebody. Woo! That's all I gotta say. Woo. I'm so sorry. Oh, also that kid who had like that sticky kind of substance stuck to him. Tell me, how the heck did he pass his exam? That made me think like they were facing like big monsters and stuff. I mean, not big monsters, like big giant robots. How the freak did those things help him fight that? He's not exactly a fighter, so how the heck did he pass the exam? That's what I want to know. Like, how did he pass the exam? It makes no sense. To me, it makes no logical sense how the heck he was able to pass. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Also, I do not like the fact that he has a perverted mind. That is very annoying. Besides that, that's all I have to say. If I had to give it a score, I think I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It was pretty enjoyable. The only thing that really annoyed me was Bakugo. That was all. That was it. Because Bakugo was really the only really annoying thing. Deku crying and all that stuff and him reckless behavior, it wasn't that bad. It didn't make me hate the season 1. No, Bakugo was bad to make me hate the season. That was the only thing. I don't care if you Bakugo fans chew me out in the comment section below. Come at me. Come at me. Anyway, that's my feelings about season 1. Hope y'all have a good day. Bye. Oh, and those reaction videos are the last reaction videos you'll see me doing today. So, bye bye.